by your smile, we can see that something has changed in your life. You may not believe it, but there was a time I was an angry black male. Yeah. Woo. In 1994, the Beacon of Hope Award was created. It was created to recognize a volunteer serving the United Way. Alice Camp DeWitt was the first recipient of the Beacon of Hope Award in recognition of her commitment to our Speakers Bureau. Alice spread the message of United Way good work through more than 300 plus presentations to civic and employee groups during 1994. In 1995, the award was renamed the Alice Camp DeWitt Award to recognize a volunteer whose creativity, passion, has made a measurable impact in the United Way. For over 18 years, she has served on the United Way Speakers Bureau, talking to thousands of community members about how she survived the death of a child and an assault with the help of the United Way support programs. Today, the Alice Camp DeWitt Award is the United Way most prestigious award for long-term service to the organization and the community. Alice, please stand and let us thank you for your unwavering commitment to the United Way. And what Mike said is just not true. We do not participate in a one-upsmanship because we would take two to participate in that. Alice, I want you to know that you will never be able to up me because you received the Beacon of Hope Award. They gave me the Alice Camp DeWitt. But we appreciate you, and unfortunately I have to give up the microphone to Dr. Sonny White to present this year's Alice Camp DeWitt Award recipient. Now Sonny, and I can call Dr. White Sonny, man, that's something. Sonny is a long-time serving member of the United Way. He has been a volunteer who's always shown leadership. He's special in donating money. Some people can donate talk, some people can put a little time. Well, Dr. Sonny White has always been a leadership in time and money. And he's involved in the United Way campaign. As you're probably aware, he's the president of Midlands Technical College and is a close friend and colleague of tonight's Alice Camp DeWitt Award recipient. Without any further ado, I would like to present to you Dr. Sonny White. All right. We want to let you know publicly that we appreciate the level that you've kept the tuition at Midlands Tech.
Thank you, Brother Redford. You're remarkable. Say remarkable.
Remarkable!
Hey, don't you think it's remarkable? Right, give him my hand. Mr. Witt, Mr. Bennett, and members of the board of United Way, it's a real honor and privilege for me to be here tonight to be able to introduce our honoree. You know, I grew up in South Carolina, and I've had the privilege over many, many years, and I've got this white hair, so you can figure out I'm fairly old, but I've been privileged to have worked for more than 40 years now, 30 in the global chemicals business, and the last 10 years at Midlands, 12 years now in two-year higher education, most of it now at Midlands Technical College. And I've been very privileged to walk this global world, having lived in 9 states in Europe and visited 85 countries, and we're in our 20th house of marriage, and I have the same spouse. Now, I say that to make a point. When you've lived and been as many places as I've been, you've met a lot of people. And I can tell you, I can count on my fingers the number of servant leaders that I have met over the years, and our honoree tonight, Tom Ledbetter, is one of those true servant leaders. Ledbetter grew up in a small town in North Carolina called Newton. And
where's
then
that?
he went on to that other Carolina that some people say existed first. There's always an argument that goes on called the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Those who say that don't know.
We won't say anything to you, Brother Redford. You know, in Tom's more than 40 years in working, 30 of them have been in business, and now the last 10 years in higher education, 2-year education at Midlands Technical College. And if you look at that 40 years and his life prior to going to Chapel Hill, he spent about half of his time in North Carolina and the other half in South Carolina, and for a few years out in the great state of Texas, where he met his beautiful, wonderful wife, Cindy. But the point I want to make is that Tom has lived and been a part of this community in the Midlands of South Carolina for over 23 years now. Tom is a living example of that old phrase that says, to whom much is given, much is expected. Tom is a very talented individual, and I've learned to know that over the last 7 years, both as a colleague, as a boss, and as a friend. You know, when you're given much talent, it means you got to work with them and try to manage them and lead them and do all the other things. That is sometimes a real opportunity to challenge with Tom Ledbetter, for those of you who know him. But that's to the good side, because he takes it and does so many great things in 2-year higher education and also for our community out there. Tom is a servant leader, and he's given so much back to the community here in the Midlands. And if you think about the fact that the requirement for this award is long-term service to both the United Way and the community, I think you'll see that he meets both, Brother Redford.
Yes, he will.
First of all, you look at the United Way, and I won't be able to cover everything, and that's, you have to stay here for half an hour. We're not going to do that. But just some of the highlights of what he's done. First of all, he has been a long-term leadership giver for a long, many years. Also, he works in education in a big way. Just to mention a few of the things that